Concealers are the most versatile makeup product ever. They are used for so many things in the makeup industry, especially for your face makeup, that they can really do wonders to your whole face makeup. And today we are going to be discussing 5 such tips to make them do wonders for your skin. Hi guys, my name is Muskan Hingorani and I'm a professional makeup artist, and in today's video we are going to be talking about concealers. Okay, so if you are just a beginner in makeup and yet figuring out your way to it, you would be wondering, oh my god, so many uses of concealer, where should I start? So today I'm going to be giving you 5 such tips on concealers. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. The first tip of concealer. So the concealer is the most basic way to use a concealer is to use to hide your dark circles, your pimples, your dark spots, basically any pigmentation or marks on your face. Okay, so for that use you have to use the same shade of your concealer using a brush like this. Okay, a thick brush like this. You have to blend it out, pat it, don't drag it, pat it down, and your marks and all will be hid. Now keep in mind, for this use concealers have to be full coverage ones, not light to medium ones. Will not be as useful as full coverage because they will not cover as much and you will need to add on more layers. So go for full coverage ones in this category, okay, to cover up any dark spots here or here on your face or around your mouth or anything like that. And make sure that you use concealer of exactly same as your skin tone, not a lighter one. Okay, remember that. My second concealer tip for you guys is that it can be used for highlighting. So you might have heard about highlighting and contouring. Highlighting to bring your best features forward, and contouring to slim down and give your face a shape. So used for highlighting. For this purpose you can use light to medium ones or full coverage ones. It's your choice, but make sure to use a lighter shade of concealer while using this. Always first cover up any dark spots or pigmentation you have with the same shade of concealer that you have. Then you can do highlighting or contouring, because once you have an even base, then you can go ahead and okay. So for highlighting, use 1 or 2-3 shades lighter than your skin tone. Remember not to go very light, it will not look nice. Go 1 or 2 shades lighter than your skin tone, and you can blend it out again using this brush or any small brush that you would like. For that you have to go in swiping motions. You can also put patting and swiping motions for that. So yeah, and also remember not to apply too much product. Do remember that point. That is very necessary. If you apply too much, it will get cakey, it will crease fast, and it will not at all look nice. So highlighting is done on your nose, under your eyes, on your forehead, on your lip, upper lip, on your chin. Now again, that way to do it, which many people do it this way, but this has to be obviously altered according to each face shape. This is a generic category which most people follow, but by personal opinion you have to do it according to your face shape. So supposedly if you have a big forehead, you cannot do that on your head. Your forehead will look even more bigger than it already is. So yeah, you have to alter it according to face shape. Now an important point to keep in mind is that please do not interchange the shades for different purposes. Make sure to keep same shade for covering up any darkness, spots, pigmentation, anything. Don't use a lighter shade of concealer for covering any pigmentation, spots or any dark circles, because instead of hiding them, exaggerate them and it will not at all be a pretty picture. So don't interchange them both. Keep these two things importantly in mind. Okay, do not do that. Now my third concealer tip for you guys is that always use less product in the start and then build it up. Now this is a very important point which most people forget about and apply layers and layers and too much product, which ends up making it look cakey, and that's cakey. So instead my approach towards this is apply less product, blend it out, then add on if needed. Because remember, concealers are potent. They are not like foundation. These are more potent, more thick, more coverage than a foundation. Okay, so since they are potent, the chances of them getting cakey are also more. Okay, it will look cakey if you apply too much. So do not apply too much. First apply less, blend it out nicely, see if you like it. If you think you need it more, then apply more. Don't starting say apply more. Okay, keep this point in mind. It is very important. Many people forget it, apply too much. Especially I see this all the time on Instagram, and that is not the right way to do it, because it may look good on camera, you may not able to catch it on camera, but in real life that is very visible, and your friends or your family will definitely point it out to you. So my next concealer tip for you guys is that always buy concealer according to your skin. Then don't go for more dewy or moisturizing concealers. Look for the words moisturizing, dewy, hydrating, such words on the packaging to know that if it is moisturizing or not. Go for such concealers because they will be more easy to blend, they will hydrate, glowy, and will not at all dry it out even more than it already is and make it look cakey. It will not. Skin, you should be using matte concealers because your skin is oily. The oil penetrates throughout the day, so to keep those oils in place you need to have a matte concealer, otherwise your concealer will crease and will not at all be a pretty picture when it creases. Even if you put too much powder, it will look cakey. So use a matte concealer so that it stays in place all day long. So my next concealer tip for you guys is that always set your concealer with a loose powder or a compact powder. Why you ask is because even if you have dry skin, many people promote that you don't need to set your face with a powder. You can do that too if you like, but what I would suggest is that always set your concealer with powder. Why? Because the concealer has a very potent formula. Okay, so it is very thick than a foundation or a BB cream or even a full coverage foundation. It is thick and potent. So you need to set it with the powder so that it stays in place all day long. Otherwise, it is a very high chance that it will crease. So even if you don't set the rest of your face, make sure to set the areas of your face where you have applied concealer. Now it's time for bonus tip. If you are a regular watcher of my channel, you would know that I give bonus tip at the end of each video. And today's bonus tip is actually a pro tip. Okay, for applying your concealer, make sure that you take out your concealer like this, and you can apply it over on your hands and then apply it to your face. Use your stainless plate, which we makeup artists have. I have to find one. I don't know where it is, but you can use that, or you can put it on your hands and then apply it to your face. Now why this is because it is much more hygienic way to use a concealer. Especially if you share it with your sister or your mom or someone in your family, if you share makeup, especially then, because it is not at all hygienic to take out the tube and use it same on both people or even for yourself, because when you apply to your over here, there is bacteria over here which will get transferred on the wand and then into the tube. It is all a little bit unhygienic to do. So there is one more benefit to do this, that when you do it like that, you take a concealer over here and you apply it using a brush, you will have way more control over the amount of concealer you are applying. Instead, if you go directly, even if it applies too much, you will have no control over it. Okay, this way you will have much more control over it, and you will be able to apply nicely and evenly on your under eyes, on your face, wherever you want it to. Okay, so this is a little pro tip. This is what most makeup artists do, and it's the most hygienic way to do it. And if you like my tips, then make sure to follow me on Instagram. I give a lot of tips over there on my reels, on my captions. Everywhere you will find a lot of pro makeup tips, and I'm also more active over there. And also, if you are a beginner, then I have a full playlist made for you. I have videos in there for you that will help you understand makeup from scratch. If you have no idea about it, it will give you a lot of information and yeah, a lot of pro makeup tips as well. So yeah, that was all for today. If you like today's video and if you would like to see more videos from me, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. You will be notified each and every time I post a new video. Till next time, bye bye.